and the parent will pull them out that school or pull them out a certain class and put them in another class or put them in another school. And my grandmother will always say, it's not the school. It's not the teacher. That same kid is now going into this new environment, and guess what's going to happen? The same vibration, the same energy, the same spirit, whatever word you want to use, that same kid is now in a new environment, and now the same thing is going to happen. Because unless the kid is changed, nothing else around changes. What they always say, if you want to get deep, they say you can take I heard men say it about women. You can take the hood rat out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the hood or something like that. But what you are is who you are, no matter where you are. Perfect example. You guys are as old as I am. You remember the show, The Hillbillies? The Beverly Hills Hillbilly. You took them out of where were they at, in the country or in the farm somewhere? But you saw how they act once they got there. They were still the same people. They had that big old beautiful mansion, but still walking around like they was in the country. So we have to take responsibility. And I'm telling you, it's not as hard as you think. It really is a breath of fresh air. Like, it really does help you see clear in life. And it kind of helps you get closer to the things you want in life. Because it's not like, okay, an example. Say I want a Mercedes, okay, and that's my dream car, right? Say I've been wanting this car for 10 years, 15 years. And I'm thinking it's because, well, if I make more money, then I'll be able to afford it. Or if I do this, I'll be able to afford it. But guess what? A lot of people, they save up the money, but eventually they don't even get what they are seeking, because it's not the money that you need. It's other parts of your life that's keeping you from what you want in life. We are one intricate person. Like, everything with us is connected. If you're negative about your ex, or you're negative about your boss, or that can be the reason you haven't found the love of your life. Or that could be the reason you haven't been able to purchase your dream car or your dream home. Like, it has nothing to do with what the topic is per se, but it has everything to do with you and who you are. So, changing your thoughts, changing the words that come out of your mouth, changing your feelings behind what you see. Don't be a person who is a knee-jerk reactor, meaning that you respond or react to other people and other things, whether you like it or you don't. That is what hinders you from moving forward. Regardless to what someone else says or thinks, you getting mad doesn't hurt them. It hurts you. It keeps you further back from receiving. I was reading a book once, and it was really powerful what they said. It was talking about how a lady was married, and I think her husband had lost his job or needed a job. And so it was two women. There was two couples, and they both were in the same boat, right? Both wives, husbands had lost their jobs. Well, the wife who I can't really quote it right because it's been a long while since I read it, but the wife who had the negative responses and reactions and thoughts, and along with, I'm sure, her husband, because he was the person who was seeking the employment, but the family that had the negative reactions to everything that was going on, he went years without it, right? But the one who always kept a positive outcome, always kept a positive attitude, always looked at the best of things and, thought the best and responded the best no matter what, that within, I don't even know what time, but it was a very short time that they went without, because it was showing the difference of being positive and being negative, or having good thoughts and not having such good thoughts. So everything goes back to what you think. So that's why it's so important. Now, some of us we are way past counseling sometimes, because I don't think we have went through so much that you can't even remember half of why you are where you are mentally, right? So I think the best thing, if you can, is to start where you are today. Like, take that, because even thinking like, oh man, I gotta think about, no, that within itself puts more depression and puts more negativeness in you and have you thinking and getting more lack of self-worth or self-esteem. So start where you are today. Replace every time something negative comes in your mind about, whether it's yourself, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your kids, anything, replace that thought with something positive. If you have to stop watching the news for a minute, because that's some people's problem. You watch too much television. You think on and you get too consumed with other people's problems, other people's issues, Focus on you for a while. Dwell on some positivity. Watch a comedy. These are things that helped me to get past where I was in my thoughts and how to not be a knee-jerk reactor and reacting to other people. Because I'm telling you, people will never respond or react the way you want them to all the time. So if you go through life waiting for other people to give you what you want or to change, I'm going to let you know now, you will be miserable for the rest of your life. No matter who you're with, no matter what money you're making, you will never make enough. You will never find someone good enough, because that's not their job and it doesn't exist. Outside of you, you have to come to grips with you first. And then if you find someone who also has come to grips with, that's why, like, people look at relationships and when they see the perfect one, they're like, oh my God, like they vibe so well, or, they get along. That's because they both take responsibility for themselves. They don't expect the other one to give what they're not even capable of giving or doing. They love themselves first, which in return allows them to love the other person. We really don't what love is. We really don't. We look for love in all the wrong places and faces, because the only place you will ever find true love is in the face you see looking back at you in the mirror. That's it. My husband can't ever love me enough, because guess what? I'm going to always want something else. I'm going to always desire it, because I'm looking outside of myself if I'm looking to him, because that's not his responsibility. Regardless to what we've been taught, what we've heard, what society says, what television shows. Remember, that's just a movie. They say cut, the lights go out, and those actors go home to live a real life with their real thoughts and their real who they are. They're just playing a character. Okay? So we have to understand that and face that if we want our lives to change, if we want people around us, I'll even say that, to change, you can't do it. The only thing you can change is you. And if you change, I promise you, it's a guarantee that everything in your surroundings will change. Whether it matches you or whether it separates. And either way, from a job to whether a car, whatever it is, a relationship, you cannot look at anything that does no longer exist in your environment or in your life as a bad thing, because all that does is get you closer and closer to what it is that you really want or what you really desire. Okay? You lost 10 jobs. Okay, but guess what? That means that now those jobs are out of the way, and now you really know what kind of job you really want. So you're one step closer to getting the job that you really want, or the job you really deserve. Okay, you done went through 5 relationships, but guess what? Now you know what you do want and what you don't want, and now you can focus on what it is you do want to receive what you do want. You understand how this goes? We create what we get, and then a lot of times once we get it, we like, wait a minute. But you got to stay positive, because I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with positive thinking. You can't. If you don't believe in a law of attraction, if you don't believe in vibrations and things of that nature, if you believe in the Bible tells you, as you think in your heart, so you are. That right there alone is telling you. It's your thoughts. You're creating your world with your thoughts. If you're not where you want to be in life, change your thoughts. And that's the thought I'm going to leave you with today. Okay? So I hope this has helped you, because I know it's helping me. And I'll be coming on daily with some other thoughts and some other, things that I use to help me, because how selfish would that be of me to be, to grasp this and to understand it, or to be coming into more, realization of really the truth and the secret. Like, this is the real secret to success, and not share it with someone else. Like, I can't do that. So, don't worry about where you are. Don't be depressed. Don't be, obsessed with just change your